Okay, what's up, guys? Happy Monday. Welcome, everybody. That song fires me up, and I love it. I love our triGLP drops. Welcome to our weekly Opportunity Zoom. We have some very special guest speakers for you guys. My name is Demetrius Saruno, and I am in love with these products. I'm loving what they're doing. I love this opportunity. I love the freedom that it's creating, and you guys are going to hear why these products, why this opportunity is becoming a global phenomenon, why it's going so viral, and why you should be a part of it. And our very first guest speaker, very excited to be able to introduce him. He has so much experience in this industry, and we're honored to be able to partner with him. And he helps so many people. I had the opportunity to work with him in a previous company, and I saw what he could do, and I love the fact that he's always looking to help other people. So we're going to hear a great product explanation. We're going to hear why this product is so viral, why it's helping so many people, why you should be a part of this, why you would like to start taking it and start promoting it as well. It does come with an opportunity that is attached to it. It's not just an incredible product, but you can actually earn extra income and help a lot of people through this model. So with that, I'm going to turn some time over to my good friend, Dr. Jeremy Thornton. If you could unmute yourself. I'm also letting a bunch of people in right now. So one
I
second,
got
bear
it.
with
What's
us. We
up,
got a bunch of
D?
people coming in. There he is, my man, Dr. J,
We
Dr.
need a
Jeremy
try
Thornton.
GLP dance party. Everybody up for a dance party tonight? Let's just play the
Absolutely.
song again and everybody get out there, ignite, and we're just going to have a good time. No, I'm excited to be here, excited to get this opportunity just to share about this amazing technology that I've been able to have the pleasure of utilizing and studying and researching for the last several months. Excited about the new IGNYT technology, which just went live in Europe. Everybody get a hands up that we've got it now in Europe. So that's a new development since we talked last, and excited to go worldwide, of course, and we're almost there. But anyway, so this conversation starts around the GLP conversation. Anybody heard the term GLP, right? If you're on the planet Earth, you've heard the term GLP probably way too many times. Here in the US, like every other commercial is about a GLP-1, right? And it's interesting that the most popular drug on the planet is a GLP-1 agonist. You know, a lot of times people hear the term GLP-1 and they think of a shot, right? Um, our body naturally produces GLP-1, right? And GLP-2 and GIP. So we unfortunately we think that the GLP-1 is a an injection. And the crazy thing is that's the most popular drug on the planet. But what we have our hands on supports three pathways. And that's what excites me, right? Nowhere on the planet, or there's no way in the world that the body would just suddenly turn on one pathway that would just support one GLP pathway. And that's why we get into trouble with side effects, right? Is when we force and we drive a single GLP pathway, that's going to come with side effects. And that's where we hear about muscle loss and bone loss and vision loss and all the things. And I'm not against injections. There's a time, especially if you're a diabetic, that these could be super helpful. But as the number one choice in the world for weight loss, this is why we got to get the word out there about what we have our hands on, because we're supporting three GLP pathways. And the only thing that's trying to come close to what we have our hands on is Eli Lilly spending hundreds of millions of dollars to come up with a three pathway injectable called retatrutide that's due to maybe be released next year at the cost of $1,200 to $1,800 a month. Anybody want to sign up for that price tag? Not me, right? And we already have a three pathway support system that is changing lives. And so, again, I love the opportunity to share about this technology. Just a little bit about the GLP pathways so you know what they are. Again, naturally occurring pathways, secreted hormones, peptides secreted by the gut that have far-reaching effects in the body, the brain, the heart, the muscles, the organs, the tissues. And so the GLP-1, probably the most well-known, it supports insulin sensitivity in the body and the pancreas, right, and blood sugar. It regulates hunger. It's the one that controls our appetite and our cravings. The GLP-2 is kind of the gut healing system, right? It repairs the intestinal lining, repairs leaky gut, reduces gut inflammation, promotes a healthier gut microbiome. It supports digestive wellness as far as and nutrient absorption is the words I was trying to get. Absorbing our vitamins and minerals and nutrients. The GIP pathway is the nutrient and energy pathway. It's important for sustained and just consistent energy, enhances fat burning and metabolic efficiency, helps the body to know when to shift out of storage mode and actually to utilize that incoming food as fuel instead. And so, three pathways, one technology, two different delivery systems, right? We have the triGLP, the sublingual drops, super simple, just put them under your tongue. And we have the IGNYT, looks like this in a powder. Just shake it up in water and drink it. It's amazing. I'm addicted. Um, but that's the first part of recovery is to admit it, right? But I don't want to recover. So anyway, so we have the clinical results we'll talk about up to 7% BMI reduction in just 6 weeks, 10% body fat decrease with zero muscle loss. Guys, the GLP-1 up to 40% of the weight loss is muscle and bone. That's scary, isn't it? And we're talking about zero fat bone loss, right? 100% fat targeted weight loss, improvements in blood sugar and energy and inflammation and digestion. The research is amazing. It's mind blowing and it's ongoing. So if you have not seen yet, make sure you get a hold of somebody's ORYGN website, the person that invited you here, and just check out the research. We have so much research, and that gets, as a physician, that gets me excited. So we have antioxidant and gene activation. Oxidative stress is what damages, what causes us to age, our cells, our body, our skin. And this upregulates 16 protective genes and downregulates 9 oxidative stress genes. It's mind blowing that not only is this is reducing inflammation in the body, but it's actually shifting our body into protect mode, right, against all the harmful things that we're exposed to. There's a study showing iron deficiency anemia. Those that were in the study had an increased iron storage by 140%. If you've looked on the ingredients, there's no iron in here. So why did it increase iron absorption? Well, of course, it's because of the gut healing benefits, right? They're increasing nutrient absorption, which in those that are iron deficient is a big deal, right? But I always point out that if we're absorbing iron better, what else are we absorbing? Literally everything else, right? And I think that's one of the benefits that people are seeing with their health, their improvements in health, energy, vitality, anti-aging is we're absorbing and utilizing nutrition better. Muscle preservation, it's enhancing lean muscle preservation with weight loss. Most people, when they're losing weight, they're losing muscle, especially if they're using injections. But we're keeping our muscle, and people are actually gaining muscle. And that's one of the reasons, or one of the reasons is because it suppresses two proteins that are generally that reduce muscle preservation and increase muscle breakdown. And this technology suppresses those proteins. Cosmetic improvements up to 34% reported in females, and improvements in skin, hair, and nails. Who doesn't like that aspect? And part of the reason is because it does have type 1 and 3 collagen in here, as well as the bioactive peptides. Anti-inflammatory effects, reductions in blood levels of C-reactive protein, interleukin 5, interleukin 8, powerful anti-inflammatory activity. One of the things I think that has surprised me the most, so many things have surprised me about this product, but one of those is how strong of an anti-inflammatory this is for so many people. And if you haven't seen our testimonial group, you've got to check it out, because a lot of times people come to this conversation for fat loss and realize the benefits far exceed just simply fat loss. I won't go into all the details on the oxidative stress and inflammation, muscle preservation. We touched on that, bone, skin, hair, and nails. But what's different about this is we have real science, right? So many products out there, whatever the newest fad is, the newest hype herb or berry from the Amazon rainforest or whatever it is, they take that ingredient and they fairy dust their product with it, and they come out with a new product. Ta-da! We've got this new product, and literally not enough of that ingredient to have a physiological change in the body, right? But they're riding the waves of hype. We're not doing that here. We have real science, over 10 years of research and development in this technology. 50 million plus invested and continues to be invested in research. We have patented bioavailable technology. I think we're up to 10 published studies now, 13 FDA function claims, which is unheard of in the nutritional industry. We don't see supplements with multiple FDA function claims. We just don't see that. If a supplement is lucky enough to get a function, an FDA function claim, it's usually one ingredient or one supplement and one claim, right? We have 13 FDA claims and more coming, and that is super exciting. Pharmaceutical grade manufacturing standards, of course, no medical gatekeepers. Um, Beyond organic, I love this about this product. It's not just organic, but it's a new standard of purity that goes beyond conventional categories. It also has NDI status by the FDA, which is in and of itself is huge. Only about 30% of new ingredients that come on the market get the NDI approval from the FDA. But not only that, but they have kosher certification and halal and HACCP and GMP certified, non-GMO. Guys, this is probably one of the cleanest, if not the cleanest, nutritional product you've ever used. Simple ingredients, right? It's not a bunch of ingredients you can't pronounce. Four simple ingredients in the drops. We just have the bioactive salmon peptides from Norwegian salmon. We have the organic lemon peel, organic ginger root, and water. That's all that's in the drops here, guys. Just drops underneath the tongue once or twice a day, and you're good to go. And then we have the new IGNYT, which we're super excited about, is the powder delivery system. The same technology, right? The same base technology, the bioactive salmon peptides, a little bit of beet powder for color, a little stevia for flavor, as well as the natural cran and apple flavoring, and more flavors to come. And I'm super excited about that as well. And this is the perfect time for natural breakthrough. One, because we desperately need it. At the health, especially here in the United States, but it's worldwide. We're just leading the way, and this is a category I wish we weren't leading the way in, but we are, because 72% of adults are in the U.S. are overweight or obese. 1 in 3 are pre-diabetic. 1 in 8 are diabetic, with 70 to 88% having some form of insulin resistance or metabolic syndrome or metabolic dysfunction, and that is alarming and scary. So we need help in this area, because these are the things that drive all the big killers. The obesity and the blood sugar dysregulation drive all of the big killers: the heart disease, the cancer, the neurodegenerative diseases, the heart attacks, the strokes, the blood pressure, right, is driven by these things. And we now have a powerful tool that is shifting the tide in these categories. And so it's perfect timing, because we desperately need, you know, from the old Footloose movie, you're holding out for a hero, right? And this is a hero in these categories. And it's also the perfect timing because people are desperately searching for what we have our hands on, because over 10% of Americans are on a GLP-1, with over 35% currently looking into the GLP conversation, but they're hesitant, right? They hear side effects. They know it's synthetic. The price tag is enough to be cause some hesitation. And look at the market, the GLP drug market size just last year, 130 to 140 billion dollars last year. And that's expected to go over 240 billion by early 2030s, but actually that's conservative. It's going to go there much quicker than that even. The GLP conversation, the peptide conversation is just going through the roof, and we're at the perfect timing for that, right? People are searching for exactly what we have our hands on. They just need to know we have it. So that's our job, to get the word out there. And anytime I get the opportunity, my mouth is open and I'm sharing this product, because it is life changing, and it can shift the tide of chronic disease in this country and in the world, because the world is ready and waiting for a safe, natural option. And that's exactly what we have. And so I'm going to quit flapping my jaws. I'm going to pass it back. Is it going back to you, D?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Dr. Jeremy. Appreciate everything that you do and your willingness to share all of this amazing knowledge that you have with all of us. And you guys can see why, he's a blue diamond. He's rising to the top and helping so many people, and just killing it. Congratulations to you and all your success. I love this. I love this business. I love this model. The products, after hearing Dr. J talk about the products, I hope you guys got excited a little bit more about how you can help people and how big this opportunity is. I mean, I believe this is the biggest opportunity ever in the history of mankind. I mean, this product exclusive to us, the opportunity that we have to be the only marketing company sharing it with the world, it's incredible. And I feel so lucky to work with people like you, Dr. J, and work with so many great leaders that we have. I have some testimonials that I want to bring on that can share their experience on the products and their excitement for also sharing this. First gentleman I want to bring up has had a lot of success in this industry, and he's a brand new partner with us, but I'm so excited to partner up with him. I've already learned a lot from this gentleman as he's, taken this product to so many big influencers and people all over the world, and it's exciting to work with these caliber of leaders. So, Mr. Ignacio Padilla, if you could get on, unmute yourself, turn your camera on, share
I'm
with people
here.
your
I'm here.
experience. Well, my man, there he is. What's
I'm
up, brother?
here. I'm so fired up, man. I just want to pass it back to you. Say thank you, man. You guys have been such a pleasure to work with. I appreciate each and every time you guys reach back out to me. Every time I need some assistance, some help. This product got me fired up. I haven't been this fired up in a very long time, but I just want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. My name is Ignacio Padilla. I'm a husband, a father of 6, so I am busy. I've spent over 2 decades in sales and leadership, but I'm not really here about the sales, right? I'm here as a husband, a father, and somebody who wants to share his story about his family, right? Before I get into it, let me ask each and every one of you something. How many of you would agree that sometimes it takes one moment in your life to finally make you say, okay, something has to change? If you ever had one of those moments, put a 1 in the chat. For me, that moment came towards the end of 2025. Something had to change. I was well over 260 pounds. And I'm about 5'8", but I hit it well. 260, I was almost crossing to the 300-pound mark, right? What really got my attention wasn't looking in the mirror or stepping on the scale. It was actually me choking in my sleep at night, where my wife got so scared. She told me when I woke up, she said, honey, you're choking in your sleep. I think we need to do something, right? And I was like, yeah, we do. Schedule a doctor's appointment. I kind of let it pass. I don't know how many gentlemen can agree. We don't really like going to the doctors, but our wives can really force us to go. So I ended up scheduling an appointment, but I missed it. I got too busy. I kept putting it off. I said, I'll get to it. I'll deal with it later. Anybody else guilty of that besides me, right? When we know something needs our attention, but somehow everything else becomes more important, right? And eventually I had to ask myself that question. What if I don't have as much time as I think I do? Then it became bigger than me. I started thinking about my wife. I started thinking about my children. I started thinking about graduations. I started thinking about weddings. I started thinking about my grandkids. All of those moments is what I still want to be here for. And maybe somebody here can relate to that. Have you ever realized that something you thought you were doing for yourself was actually bigger than you? That was me. Suddenly losing weight. It wasn't just how I looked anymore. It was about me being present. It was about being here with my family to be better than I was the day before. So my GLP-1 journey, it came like this. My sister-in-law, she had a major transformation, right? And I started asking a lot of questions. I ended up getting on one of the shots. We started doing it, and it came to a point where we were scheduled to take our shots on a Friday. So we always knew what would happen the next day. It always came with side effects. It came with sulfur burps. It came with major upset stomach. It came with nausea. It came with throwing up. And I had to ask myself that question. I'm like, is this what we have to look forward for the rest of our lives? Is this what we have to do? We're gonna jab ourselves every single week, and Saturdays when we normally would go out with our family, you're lying in the bed, mainly my wife lying in the bed, upset stomach, throwing up, my daughter as well. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. This is not something that I wanted to do. So I ended up getting introduced to this product, and I thought I was gonna do it this way. I thought I was gonna stay on the shot and I was gonna titrate back, and that means just going in reverse, slowly decreasing. But one thing that I noticed immediately about this product, I took the drops, I took the drink on the day of the shot. I lost 60 pounds. I'm not gonna sit here and say that the shots didn't work for me, but the side effects just were too much. We just didn't want to deal with it. So I took the drops and I took the drink the day of the shot. right? And I took the drops and I took the drink. My wife did too. My daughter did too the next day. And guess what? No nausea, no throwing up, no upset stomach, none of it. That's how we knew, like, immediately. And we were on the shots for 6.5 to 7 months. And that was the only differentiator, was the drops in the drink. So we knew what to expect that Saturday was all of those side effects for my wife and for my daughter. I felt it somewhat, but when we took the drops in the drink and that no longer was the side effects that we were feeling, we were like, wait a minute. How about we just do this? How about we just completely let the shots go instead of titrating back? And it worked, right? I'm down 15 pounds. My wife's down 10 pounds. My daughter's down 7 pounds. And we're starting to do lab work. We're like getting so intentional about our health and wellness that it's a beautiful thing. Our children are starting to work out with us more. It's become so, it's been such an incredible journey, because as long as I've been in this industry, in this profession, my wife would support me, but when she seen this, she said, hold on, wait, where's your link? Where's your link? I want to get my own products. You're not using any of my products, so you better get your own, and I'm gonna put mine away so you don't use them, right? But I still end up finding them anyway, right? But we lost over 120 pounds combined. We left the shots, we put them off to the side, and we started this journey, an all natural, beyond organic journey, right? It's become such an important question that we had to ask ourselves, that if we want to make a change in our lives and in our families' lives, it starts with our health. Health is truly your wealth. That's the foundation of everything. If you do not have your health, you do not have anything. So it's been an incredible ride so far, and I know it's only going to get better. And that's all I have for you guys for tonight. I don't know who I'm passing it over to, but I do thank you for allowing me to speak for a little bit. And I'll pass it back over to you, Mrs. Zambrano. Are you here?
I'll take it, brother. I'll take it. Thank you,
All
bro.
right.
Ignacio, thank you so much, man. Congratulations on your guys' success. I love hearing all the different success stories to really just validate what the science says. It's one thing to hear the science, to see the science. It's another thing to see the thousands of testimonials, just like you and your family, what people are experiencing. And that's what's causing this to go so viral. Another gentleman I'd like to bring on, another testimonial of ours, is another good friend of mine that I've worked with previously in the past. Multiple seven-figure income earner who's absolutely crushing it in the business as well, who had a great product testimonial and has a great business testimonial. So, double blue diamond, Mr. Mick Karshner, if you could turn the time over to you for a little bit of a, you're out on the boat, brother. I love that. Talk about freedom. Talk about what this kind of, what this opportunity could create for people. But I'd love for you to share a quick experience on, your product testimonial and what drew you to ORYGN and the opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. Can you hear me okay and see me okay?
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Awesome. Hey, gosh, thanks for sharing, everyone who already shared. Every time I get on these, my belief goes up a few notches. What we have here is so special. And Demetrius, said, what got me excited? Well, the first thing was the product, because I was suffering from really bad low back and hip pain that I'd had chronically for a few months, and had tried everything known to man, and nothing was touching it for whatever reason. And then Michelle said, try these drops. And I thought, okay, why not? I've tried everything else. So I'm like, I'm going to try these drops. And I got on these drops, you guys, and they worked. The inflammation in my back and hip was 80% gone within 5 days. I used a whole bottle in the first 5 days. I just really hammered that stuff down, and it worked. And so I got really, really excited about that. And then I said, this is something I can promote, because I know it works for me, and I'm going to promote it and help other people. And then in the next 6 weeks, I lost another 15 pounds and got down to my high school weight of 175 pounds at age 63. I'm on no prescription medications. I'm healthy, getting healthier all the time, being on these products. So product, star of the program. It's a home run grand slam out of the ballpark. The product actually works. And it's all natural. Like you heard what he was just saying, those shots, yeah, they do make the scale go down, but boy, is it worth it when you hear about all of the negative side effects that are possible and some of them irreversible. It's not worth it. And so I saw this and I said, you know what? I've been doing network marketing for 22 years, and the past couple of years have not been very fun at all because I just haven't been able to find something that would get me excited enough and passionate enough to really go all in with it. I was just kind of sticking my toe in the water of things and trying them instead of going, you know what? This is it. I'm going for it. And that's what happened with this. From a health standpoint and a financial standpoint, I was just on a Zoom a minute ago out here with some teammates, and I was saying, you guys, we don't make income claims, but I was ready to leave network marketing because it wasn't working after 22 years of being blessed by the industry tremendously. I couldn't find anything worth doing, worth getting totally excited about and laser focused on. In 90 days in this thing, we created us a multiple six-figure income in 90 days. And I'm not making income claims and saying that's going to happen to anyone else. I'm just saying that's what's possible if a person goes fully in and just puts their head down and goes for it with the timing we have on our side, the, multiple billion dollar category that's been created with GLP-1, the pharmaceutical market. Like here we are, we got this wide open door and walk through it with a product that is an alternative, a safe, effective, affordable alternative at a fraction of the cost of the dangerous injections, and millions of people are looking for it. And that's what's causing all of this incredible momentum from a business perspective. You couple that with this is a startup. This is a pre-launch, but there's a big but. And that is, it's not your typical risky startup because we've got a 9-year-old rock solid debt-free company with distribution centers around the world shipping to, a couple hundred countries. We have that company backing us up with all the logistics, everything already done. So we got the excitement of a startup company, brand new. No one knows about it yet. Anywhere you go, you start talking about this, they're like, what? I never heard of that. No one's heard of it. And so we have that kind of timing on our side, but now we have it backed up by a rock solid parent company, which is Be Epic. You guys, this is a very unique scenario we have right here, and it's sitting right in our laps. I was just talking to a group of people, and I said, those of you that will put the blinders on and focus, like don't look left or right, just focus on this. Don't be dabbling in all these different MLMs and thinking this is going to blow up on you. It's not unless you focus. You got to focus. And for those of us that do, the next couple years, people are going to get rich. Seriously, we've got it. We've got it. I'm so pumped up for every one of you on this call. Those of you that are guests that haven't even joined yet, if you haven't, please join tonight. This is a binary. The sooner you get in, the better, because people can start going under you that you get credit for in the binary team pay. So anyway, hey, thanks, Demetrius, for having me on here. I think I'm going to go catch a couple more fish. Oh, by the way, I'm out here on my cell phone, on my iPhone, catching bass at Lake Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I've already, since I've been out here, signed up a new customer and a new distributor. So all as you need, ladies and gentlemen, is a phone that has a connection. That's it. It doesn't matter where in the world you are, you can do this business.
I love that, brother Mick. Thank you so much for hopping on, man. I want to be like you when I grow up, and I got to get out on that lake. You guys, this team is on fire. My business partner and I, we represent the first Green Diamond team, the fastest growing team, the biggest team in the company, and it's because of all these amazing leaders that we get to work with. They make us look good, and it's just a blessing to be able to partner up and work with so many incredible people. This has already been such a great Zoom. I get to end us out. I'm not going to take too much of your time because how many of you right now, after seeing this, thought of at least 2 to 5 more people that could benefit from these products. I mean, honestly, realistically, if you were paying attention, you probably thought of like 100 more people that could benefit from these products. The products are the superstar. Everybody has already said so much. It's like, if you're ready to get going, let's get going, let's get started. It's very simple. It's a binary. You already heard it. We build 2 teams and we drive it down. We're driving volume, we're driving volume, we're driving volume. Get as many people loving the products as possible, and you can make a great income. So a couple things that are really cool about the structure here. What makes ORYGN different? We do car giveaways. We do incentive trips. We have this team system designed to be able to support people. We do these Zoom calls every Monday night. We do trainings every Wednesday night. We have a YouTube channel that all this goes on a YouTube channel. So anybody can build any level of business that you guys want. So it's really up to you. What's possible here? We've got diamonds that are earning a 6-figure a year position. We've got blue diamonds and double blue diamonds that are earning multiple 6-figure year positions. We've got black diamonds and double black diamonds, like Michelle Zambrana. As a double black diamond, you're approaching high 6 figures, approaching a 7-figure. That's $1 million a year in income. And me and Ashley, shout out to my amazing business partner. A green diamond position is a minimum $1 million a year position, plus multiple 7-figure a year position. We've got people that have done that in the last 7 months since we launched, 8 months. We really just launched this thing in January. We're still in pre-launch because some of our markets don't even have our Ignite yet. So the testimonials are incredible. The product works. We have complete exclusivity. Now, as far as making money, it's very simple. You guys saw on there, 50% reads. One thing I want to talk about real quick, just so you guys can see why this is going so viral. If you go back one slide, because this is so important. There's 9 different ways to get paid. I'm not going to cover all those 9 ways. 50% retail commission. This is its own opportunity in itself. We've got people that are earning hundreds and even thousands of dollars every week, every single week, due to a 50% retail commission on the dollar amount. That alone, you can create options for your family. That alone, we've got people that are getting grocery money. They're helping their rent. In this economy, you can't even leave the house without spending $100, $200 every single day. It's crazy out here. So people need money. So the product side, you're out here just promoting products, 50% retail, you get paid every single week. And fast start bonus is binary. We talked about the binary pay. Check matches, that's a super hot component, meaning everybody that you personally sponsor, that you give your link to, you have a financially vested interest in them. You want to help them make money because you get a check match off of whatever they make. So it's very team oriented. And go to the next slide real quick. Just want to touch on some of these things. So there's a couple different ways to get started. Okay, first off, 2 and 48. Global bonus pool, get 2 people in 48 hours. There's an incentive that pays you to get your first 2 business partners. You get binary qualified. You start your 2 teams, okay? After that, you help those 2 people get their 2 people. You get a lifestyle bonus. That pays $100 a month. Congratulations. Your product's paid for pretty much. You get 1 product. There's 74. You get. I'll show you guys the packs here in a second. So let's go to the next slide. This right here, guys, I would recommend you can come in and you can order a bottle of triGLP. You can come in and order a bag of the new IGNYT. You can do whatever you want. This is your business. However, if you want to grow your business faster, if you want to help people quicker, if you want to be able to start earning money at a more accumulated rate, a higher or a commission, I would always recommend get that gold pack because you can actually start to earn higher commissions. And it's almost without fail. People will join, they'll get like this. And after a couple days, like, Demetrius, I wish I would have ordered more product. And so it's like, we already know most people are going to join. You're going to say, I wish I'd have ordered more product. Another cool thing about these guys is you can sample them out. You can have people over to your house. They can try the product. They can experience it, taste it. Some people are going to feel it. They can buy a couple days worth. So it's good to have samples on hand. I would always recommend going for the higher pack. It's $389. That's it. That's your business expense. Every single month, you can order as much or as little product as you want. At least this to be able to earn the lifestyle bonuses. And so for the teams that are saying, hey, we want to take over the market, we see there's a limited window of opportunity where we want to launch this. We want to take ownership in this company. We're going to promote the bigger packs, the gold packs with our team. But again, completely up to you. It's free to join. You just got to buy whatever product, whatever level of growth or, however big you want to go, get that pack. Okay, next slide. I'm almost done, guys. Appreciate your patience. We have a testimonial group that you can see. I love this testimonial group because honestly, that beats everything. The science is one thing, but when you see how this is transforming lives every single day, you cannot deny the power of this technology, and you see it. And so you add people to that group, and it can help build validation and just help convert a lot of people to join your business. Next slide. There you go. Call to action. Place your order, get 2 friends, plug into the system. I mean, in all seriousness, guys, whether you do this or not, the company's going to grow. I realized that from the beginning. But I was like, hey, if I'm seeing this before billions of people, and there's this multi-$100 billion industry that's killing people, that's got lawsuits against it, that people are trying to get out of, and we come in with a healthy, all-natural alternative, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense to me. And in the last 7 months, look at what this team has done. 8 months, first Green Diamond team, people from all ranks, earning multiple 6 figures, 7 figures a year. What is the next 6 months going to look like? What are the next 2 years going to look like? You get to decide that for yourself and your family. Come in, get started, have fun, start sharing with people. You never know where this can go. That's the last thing I'll say. We don't make any income claims like Mick talked about. We don't make any guarantees. The only thing I'll guarantee is this. If you don't get started, you'll never know how big you could have grown it, what could have been. The next 2 years are going to be extremely exciting. The next 2 years, mark my words, I promise. I've never been more sure of what we're going to do as a team and as a company. We're going to dominate this industry. We're going to create so many financially free families. We're going to create so many healthy families. We're going to break records. I think we're on the verge of making history. If you want to do that, get back to whoever invited you. Say, I'm in. This is my product. Give me the options. Okay, cool. I'm going to do the gold pack or the second to highest pack. Make a decision, get started, plug in. Let's go have fun. Let's go change lives. Let's go dominate this industry, guys. Thank you guys for hopping on. We'll see you on the next one.